Okay, so today we are in this very exciting project called Centrio Hillpark, which is also very close to Bangsar South and also Pantai Central Park, which is right over there, which is a new development by IJM lah. So very excited to check this one out because I saw the greeneries from the other YouTube videos, right? Looks beautiful. So let's go check this place out. Let's go. Okay, to give you guys more context where the location whereabouts, right? This is right opposite L'Oreal Residence, which is a new development in Bangsar South, also by UOA Group. And then it's also close proximity to Goodwood Residence lah. So these are two very high-end Punya products, right? Situated in Pantai Dalam or Pantai Central Park or Pantai Hillpark lah. So there's a lot of naming conventions over here because the developer has tried to actually do a bit of a marketing strategy to kind of make it look spicier and nicer lah. So walking over here, downstairs there's actually commercial area and there's also Domino's and a lot of dental clinics, don't know why. Right beneath it, right, there's already a Domino's over here. So for the people that love eating pizza, right, wow, how convenient, guys. This particular location, right, because it's very close to Pantai Central Park, which is IJM's new development, massive GDV over there. So it actually have a little bit of construction punya noise or these tractors passing by, right? And this area, right, just right across the street is actually those older squatters punya tempat lah. So it's not to say the nicest location in Pantai Hillpark because of the underdeveloped areas surrounding this place. But coming back to the commercial side of this particular development, right, down here, as I mentioned just now, you will see banks, you will see some sort of makan punya tempat and also a lot of clinics lah. But in particular, a lot of dental punya clinic over here. So quite odd. So there looks to be a very artisan kind of a coffee area over here called White Land lah, which looks like the coffee over here looks pretty good, right? So maybe the people over here can enjoy some pretty decent coffee over here as well. So now we are actually at the main lobby of Central Hillpark lah. So as I mentioned just now, right in front of you, right, there's also some commercial area, but these are a little bit more of like the very old, very warung type of commercial tempat lah. So occasionally in this particular area itself, right, there's a lot of this very damn annoying, but it is what it is lah. Okay, so we are at the facility floor right now, and the first thing we're going to check is the gym room, which is just right over here actually. This is a rather sizable gym. I mean, considering the fact that it's a rather low dense development, right? Only 225 units, guys, and this is a Soho area, so you wouldn't see much people actually using the gym lah. Now I'm going to try this real quick, right? Show you all a bit of squats. Oh, I should have thought, but let me do this real quick. Okay, can lah. So the gym equipment here is obviously of age already because this development itself is also closing into 10 years right now. So obviously gym equipments are going to be a little bit worn off lah. As you can see over here, the dumbbells also a little bit sudah berkarat kan. So you can see gym equipment is also rather full. You can actually have a good workout over here, no issues. And yeah, the more important thing is that it has the beautiful view of the greeneries and the swimming pool as well. So interesting. So the swimming pool is also just right next to the gym, right? So as I mentioned just now, when you're doing your gym, you have the beautiful view of the swimming pool. And this swimming pool is actually a very interesting concept because it's like a U shape over here that is actually surrounded by all the other Soho units that in this vicinity lah. So this particular design language, right, I personally find it very interesting. I don't think we've seen this very that often, you know. It's like a little townhouse condo design, whereas the facility villa style in the middle. Okay, I use a lot of condo names over here, right? But this one, interesting concept. Okay, so now we are actually at the commercial area over here, and this place is a little bit of a maze, right? Like walking over here, if the owner didn't bring us around, I think confusing as hell. This is the commercial side of things, and they're doing all this very artisan design stuff lah. So you come here, right, you should be that artsy-fartsy type of person that will want to stay over here, in my personal opinion lah. As you can tell, right, I am no fancy looking guy lah, but there's a cat cafe over there, pretty nice. So do check this place out if you guys are interested. Okay, so today the special guest that I mentioned just now was Michelle. So Michelle is actually having this particular property, and this property right now is actually up for sale, right, Michelle?
Yes.
So what's the reasoning behind your sales of this property?
I think mainly is because like my main motivation is because I want to move to a bigger kitchen. I think like the kitchen right now that I have, I cannot put up too much cooking equipment. Like I cannot expand my kitchen. So that's like my main reason that I wanna to have more space in my kitchen.
Right. So this particular apartment itself, right, when you bought it was only 2.5 years ago, right?
Yes.
When you first bought it.
Years ago.
And then you have already refurbished it in a way whereby it's so nicely done up.
Thank you.
And then I think the highlight over here, right, when you showed it just now was actually the view from outside.
I love the view. Look at it.
That is the most beautiful view that I've seen so far, in all the condos. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
For real. Okay, I've been to 120 over condos, right? Okay. No lie, because this particular balcony, instantaneously you'll be able to see these greeneries over here and a swimming pool.
Yeah, people say it's like very good feng shui because like 有水有水.
Wow,
There's like trees and there's water.
Right.
It's like good feng shui.
Yeah. So this particular property right now, right, Michelle is thinking of actually letting it go at a rather affordable price. How much is it, Michelle?
620k.
620k.
Yeah, what do you think about the price though?
I think the price is fair. Because of this area itself, right? This is a very strategic location, by the way, guys. Bangsar South is just right across the street. And then when you look at Pantai Hillpark or the Pantai Dalam punya area, which is converting into a very massive development by IJM, right? Which is just across the street over there. That over there, per square feet, right, is going for about 900 per square feet. So having this particular development over here for that price range, I think is affordable lah.
And also there's a hiking trail behind.
Oh, there's a hiking trail behind.
Yeah, it's directly connected to Gasing Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is like the Kerinci Pantai entrance.
Oh, the Pantai entrance.
Yeah,
maybe
to
one of these days. Maybe one of these days we're going to check it out lah.
Yeah, you should.
Right.
Yeah.
What other things about this particular development is very interesting to you?
Double ceiling, like
Double
the
ceiling.
open space, and the way like my bedroom is just like open and connected.
Right.
I think it's very nice.
Right.
And the fact that there is like 2 toilets like upstairs.
I
and
see.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also outside because I like the reason why I buy this house is also because of the indoor-outdoor living kind of thing. Yeah, so I don't feel constrained within the concrete walls.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a lot ample of windows, like double ceiling windows. And then I get to go outside when I go to the bathroom. And so like you don't feel so confined.
Right.
And then the balcony area, I get to like wake up in the morning and like journal, drink coffee.
Wow, you can really tell
nice.
that she's somebody that journals, somebody of a very artsy, very refined with her personality. Not like me, unstructured, run around like orang gila saja. Right?
Wait, don't say that about yourself. No.
But just now what she mentioned, right, is a very interesting concept because this is really one of the more unique developments that I've been to so far, and this is really truthful. Because I hardly get to see developments whereby they actually have a dynamic mix of indoor and outdoor. Like just now what Michelle mentioned, right, the toilet is actually really situated outside. So for somebody that suka makan curry and whatnot, right, I know what I'm going to say, right? But sometimes having the outside punya air really good.
Yeah, it's good. And also, if you're an exhibitionist.
Oh, okay. So I think this particular development is rather interesting. Location-wise, it's very strategic. If you guys are really interested in this particular property, do hit the link down below and then we'll reach out to you guys. We are right now actually at the podium whereby you can actually see the other facilities of this particular development over here. And I like the fact that it really incorporates a different type of Zen design, You have the indoor elements and the outdoor elements combining both together. And this is actually a very noisy area, but when you're here right now, right, actually tak noisy sangat. And this area, downstairs commercial, upstairs residential, mixed development macam tu lah. So I personally find this design language, right, to be very interesting. So as I mentioned, this place is a bit of a maze, right? Like right now, the owner has already went to do her own thing and we are left alone to go and figure out how to get out of this place. And it's quite confusing. But this design language, I really got to say I like it lah, because it has this incorporation between greeneries and also the housing development, right? You just see over here, just walk over here, that feeling that you get is really different, I think this is the one and only condo that I've been to so far with this type of incorporation between nature and the development itself lah. Now this is also a 1-decade-old property, and you can see that the landscaping is actually still really well maintained, and I love the fact that the greeneries here are all like very, very old already lah. So it gives you that different type of Zen punya feeling, right? Because the building itself is very very incorporated with the greeneries. Really to my liking lah. I also noticed that the facade is actually very well maintained. Like the white is like really white lah. And considering the fact that it's already a 1 decade old property, means 10 years old, right? This is actually very well done by the person that's actually managing this place lah. And you can see over here, this one also has this type of extra punya podium punya area, right? Which is very uniquely designed. I mean, of course, this is another person's punya house, but I think the design language here is very interesting because you have my favorite spray-on punya wall punya texture, and then they went with this concrete industrial look punya design in the house. This is actually somebody else's house. Wow. So I haven't really done a lot of research about this development over here, but what I noticed is that a lot of these developments are all in a different layout, different setting punya design. Some of them are with this gated pagar, and some of them actually just come with this type of design. And you can see this one inside the unit, right? They went with a different type of stairways design as well. So I think the units here would get rather confusing for you to actually promote or to sell, right? Because it really depends on what type of design language interior you want. So for the one that we saw just now is actually a duplex punya, and I don't really know how many units are there of such design lah. I think all the developments here are a bit more unique in that sense. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear from the microphone right now, but essentially there's a lot of traffic noise situated on this side of the road or this side of the building, right? And this is actually facing the squatters punya tempat, or more of like the undeveloped part of Pantai Dalam. Yeah. So this area, because of the amount of active traffic, right, you tend to get this noise lah. And bear in mind also, right, Pantai Dalam or Pantai Central Park or whatever you call it lah, because there's so much naming convention over here, is actually a rather highly dense punya tempat because of certain government housings that is situated on that side over there. So the last time we went to review Inwood and Sequoia, right, you can see right opposite it, there's this government punya housing, the blue color one, and it's just right there actually. So this particular area, when it's peak hours, right, jam gila. So this is a location, if you want to stay here, you got to make sure that you stay at home only lah, just don't go out so much. Okay, so we are closing in on this particular development over here, this condo lah. And according to Limon, right, he also went to a 100-over condo similar to me. He says this one, Jin, ini paling cantik punya condo. And I think it's because of the incorporation between the greeneries and the property itself lah. 1 decade, this sort of things doesn't come naturally, like instantaneously by developer one. It needs time to actually grow together with the development. And considering the fact that it's so well maintained, right, just look behind me right now. This is like a bloody cafe, man. Honestly, if I didn't come here personally to see it, I wouldn't have known there was such a beautiful property in this particular area of town, you know. So I really want to thank again Shell Mix Food, right, for actually showing us this place today. Really appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye-bye.